Good morning everyone, my name is Christian from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome to our weekend special with Feudal Alloy. During the weekends, starting from now on at least, while we work on this experiment, I'm gonna do an hour-long special both on Saturday and Sunday with one of these smaller games. The type of games that maybe won't fit our daily schedule, or maybe they're so old that people wouldn't be interested anymore because the graphics aren't that great anymore. But there are many cool games out there, and I feel we don't really have time to play them or showcase them because they're smaller, they're a niche type of game. So I picked Feudal Alloy because it definitely fits with our themes. And it looks quite beautiful. I've tried it a little bit in the past. I know I bought it and tried it out, and then I decided to go ahead and buy a controller, and that didn't happen for a while. So now that we are here and I have a controller in the hand, let's give this game a go. Yes, I'm sure I want to start again.
Atu was just your average farmer robot who lived at the edge of a small village. He'd spent his entire life taking care of retired, veteran robots. He oiled their rusty bodies using sunflower oil, which was made from sunflowers that he had grown himself. The job wasn't an easy one, but it was immensely fulfilling for him to provide a useful service to others. His job gave him the opportunity to hear lots of interesting stories from the elderly robots. They told him of how they had spent their lives traveling to faraway countries and had fought in many significant battles throughout history. Atu had always wanted to travel too, but his plans always came crashing down around him before he had even gotten started. Atu also knew only too well how dangerous the creatures in the local surrounding woods were, so why would he risk traveling beyond the boundary of his home village? Then, one quiet summer's afternoon, the village was suddenly ransacked by a gang of robot bandits. They stole all of the vitally important oil supplies he needed to care for the retired robots, as well as valuables from local residents. Atu was concerned and didn't really know what to do, but he had a strong feeling that he had a responsibility to help the other villagers and decided to bravely go against his gut and venture into the dangerous woods. He borrowed a rusty sword from one of the elderly robots and set off on a mission to reclaim the stolen oil that the villagers so desperately needed to survive. The best clandestine escape route that Atu could think of was traveling through the interconnected cellars underneath the village, which were designed to protect people from enemy attacks during wartime.
Well, there you have it. That's our backstory over there. Let's see, we attack with this one. Okay. So we start with this. I'm guessing those are some kind of parts. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful game. How do we get there? That is the question. Ah, just like that. You found some oil. Oil is actually very important. It is your body life source. You can drink it by pressing the use button. Okay. Are we gonna get shocked? Well, that's an important lesson to learn. Let's see. How do we do this? Or maybe we need to use it in order to pass further in. Let's see. Okay, that's the use button. In the top left corner seems to be our oil. Aha, so we just took some damage there, but let's replenish everything. And then there's heat. Ooh, and we can't attack when there's so much heat. Okay. Decreases your body temperature. You can drink it by pressing the use cooling button. Okay. Okay. So that's how this works. Is there anything else I want from here? No. It's closed. So it is a quite a beautiful, like I think I say this about all the games, that they look quite beautiful. I like the creativity. An oil knight with a fish. So many questions unanswered. I don't know if they're ever going to explain why do they have a fishbowl on their heads, or if the fish control the robots, or do the robots control the, you know, themselves, and that's just decoration. But there we have it. Okay, let's try to go down. Yep. Okay, so if we attack too much, we're also getting overheated, so we have to also manage the heat. Okay, hope you have yourselves a really nice cup of coffee on hand in order to enjoy this Saturday, start of this day. Good, let's collect that money as well. How do I press this? Up? Yeah. If you've ever played games like, you know, the old school Nintendos, if you were born in the 90s or the 80s and you've played any kind of old school game from Nintendo or Sega, or, you know, Romanians had Terminator and things like that, then you know how to play this game, so you shouldn't worry too much. And even if you didn't, it's going to be pretty easy to pick up from what I can see so far. Oh! We found an item here. What does this do? So we gain some armor. How do we move to the other? Okay, so let's see. We have here, I think I dropped it. Yeah. So that's how we do this. And it actually changes the look of the robot. That's nice. Oh, this is what? I think this is some sort of skill tree. Adds more power to your pistons, add some armor, enemies will hurt you less. A slightly better cooling system. Ah, that's cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? A map. I'm not sure what this is. And yes, some achievements. Well, let's go right ahead. More money! And some other territory here. We could really be using a map. Was that something else? No. So this is what I plan to do for the weekends. Just because the hour-long episodes that I did for the other games. Like on one side, no. On one side they were pretty cool because we were making a whole lot of progress during the weekend, right? Playing an hour-long episode definitely makes a whole lot of progress. However, you know, the episodes were longer. We didn't get a whole lot of viewer retention as far as my stats go. The feedback as far as I have received so far is that in a way that's pretty much of the same thing. So you weren't enjoying it that much. And I could see the point. And so I decided to go ahead and do something a little bit more different, something that might be more fun not only for you but only for me, but also for me. And so this idea came to mind because I looked through my games and I wonder, you know, what kind of games could I be playing? What would be really fun going forward? We don't have enough oil. Let's oil up. And then I saw, like, for example, this Feudal Alloy, and I realized I haven't been playing it for a long time. Okay, I guess we need something with that symbol there. And I always wanted to get back into this. There are a few more games. This is a save point, right? Yeah. Okay, this is nothing. Well, there we have it. There's a shop here. Tiny shock bomb, tiny ice petard, tiny oil can, firecrackers, molotov. We have these. A bronze chest could be good. We have 770 gold. A rustic iron head, ordinary chest, ordinary copper legs, wrinkle air, overheat temperature and oil capacity. This could come in handy. Or a better sword, even. More damage. But we don't have the money for it now, so... don't know, is there anything we can do here? Nope. Do I want to go ahead or do I want to go down? Let's go down. Yeah, we can't go down. So let's go ahead. Let's go through. Okay, we received this. Maybe this is like one of those keys that we need in order to open a door like the one that was earlier, but it had a different symbol, so I'm guessing it didn't open anything. Yeah. So yeah, there's quite a few games that I wanna bring on the weekend. Now I don't know in which order, I don't know when it will be the right moment to bring a game on or another. It depends on how it fits with our team. There is one game that I haven't finished. I think I've made it through only to the middle of the game. Okay, so we did open a door, but let's go down here for a bit. It seems like this is a different part of the map. Well done, you found a piece of the map. Okay, let's go to here. Now we should have a map. So we have a few symbols. Does the mouse work? No, it does not. So we can see the symbols of those areas. They do not match up. And now we are in the bottom part. I think the map is revealing itself as we explore it, right? Probably completes itself to everything we've discovered so far. Let's check out the rest of these areas. Oh, another game that I would love to play on this channel at some point is Cuphead. I don't know if you've ever seen that game, but it is quite challenging and quite fun at the same time. Like, ooh, we found ourselves a helmet. Overheat, temperature and damage. Yep, let's go with that. Now let's get this back. Cuphead is another game with boss battles and a few levels. It feels very old school, like the design of the characters and the bosses are like, you know, the very old cartoons. And it's quite hard, it's quite a difficult game. It's definitely reminiscing of the old school games. Ooh. Where the game wouldn't really hold your hand in succeeding. So you had to learn what the combinations to push and be very careful and have good reflexes, develop all kinds of skills like that. Which I think helped. Like, even playing this game, it's definitely one part of me knows that the reason why I'm playing well, not great but well, is because I played all those years ago. Like, I have the basic set of skills to understand one of these games. We found our first stolen locket. Its owner will be happy to see it. So we found one of 10 stolen lockets, okay? Okay. Ah. And so far, I am so dead, so dead. Yep, overheat killed me there, and the lack of skills. So now we're back up here. Okay, I guess the penalty is not that bad. Can we sell anything? It doesn't look like it. Do we want to go back there? I think so. So let's try it again. Let's go back down there and see if I can discover anything. Was it through here, I think? Yesterday I received, like, this will be a weird kind of, it feels like I'm doing the just chatting in Twitch, right? Those streams where people just sit and chat. Well, I'm playing, but I'm mostly chatting with you guys. Here we went, right? Yep. Yesterday was, or on the 9th, I don't know. What day is today? Today is the 10th? Yeah. So yesterday at on the 9th, I've actually received my second month of stats as far as my YouTube channel goes. Because I think I posted my first video on the 9th. So now it would be 2 months since I started the channel. And it's growing slowly. It makes me quite happy to see the interactions that I have, how much people have watched my videos, and so on and so forth. It is a bit of work doing all this. There's definitely something here, but I don't. Oh, I can go down, and there's a door. Let's explore the left side first. But you know, YouTubing is not that easy. Like I've spoken about it a few times during my episodes. Like the first thing that I had to get used to Ooh. That was bad. Now the first thing that I had to get used to is to speak for so long that my voice wouldn't die down. Because after speaking for an hour or two continuously to do the recording, I would just be left without a voice. And then the other bigger problem, other than just not having a voice anymore, this is another save point. I think I need to break that door or something. The other problem was that I wouldn't really be able to even now I'm not doing it right. Ooh, so about 2 hits and we have to run away. Even now I'm not fully able to play and talk at the same time. It's definitely a really amazing skill, and I've seen some now that I've tried it myself, and when I see other people doing Let's Plays, like some of the people I followed on YouTube, it's very impressive the level that they've arrived at. And so, I guess that was the first big challenge as far as YouTube went. Let's see, how do we go through here, like this? Were we here before? Did we go through here? Ah, no. This is the way to get here. But there was also a door up there. Yeah, let's check that door out. Don't think we can do it through here, but we'll be back. So that was the first thing. But then it was then I started learning more about recordings. First of all, how to upload on YouTube, like the OBS, and I'm using OBS to record. Now there are many other softwares, you can find them online, you can look, there are people who teach how to record and things like that, so the internet is full of ways in which you can record yourself. It's pretty easy nowadays to do it. And there are many apps that provide you with the necessary opportunity, the necessary applications and everything else to be able to record without much of a problem. This is a save point here. Oh no, it's an elevator. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, and a sword. A steel protector. Damage and temperature overheat, definitely. Let's see, where does this door lead to? Okay, so now we're back at the shop, right? Yep. Can we buy anything? Like one of these chest protectors? Yeah. All capacity and damage. Would love some armor as well. Oil capacity and overheat temperature, or oil capacity and damage. Let's go for some extra damage there. Looking fancy. So after you start recording, you learn a few things about balancing sound and everything else. You start posting on YouTube. Now, as far as doing that, it's not difficult. YouTube definitely made it a whole lot easier for you to upload videos. It gives you all the necessary information. Everything is in one panel. Deciding whether you are doing content that is okay for kids, for people under the age of 12 or 13. That is something you have to decide for yourself. There's definitely more money if you are creating content for kids, from what I can see. There are more commercials, or better commercials when it comes to kids. Once again, from what I can see, I am not at a level where I can even monetize my content. But it's just a bit of an assumption from what I've been hearing and what I've been watching at. Since I knew I'm not really going to be making content for kids, like I didn't really bother with looking more into it than... Okay, can I... Ooh. Let's see, can we not... This will be the death of me. Let's see, cooling temperature, right? Let's take one of these. Well, I've learned something. So yeah, then you start looking at how can you post your video, and you think about a title, you think about a description. How would you make your description? And then you start thinking about a cover that you have to put up. And here it always comes down to what kind of channel do you want to be, right? You want to attract people and make sure that they understand what your channel is about. Hopefully you've already made these decisions when you've made your brand, right? When you've made the logo and everything else. By the way, if you do want to start a YouTube channel somewhere, I would recommend actually going to Gamer Zach's channel. That is Gamer Z-A-C-H, or no, Z-A-K-H? Yeah, I think that's how it is, the second way I've said it. For Patreon, he also, if you sign up for his Patreon, you can actually get some information about how to start a YouTube channel, mostly in the way that he's done it, and he talks about building a brand and a logo and everything else. That's how I got the basic information needed to actually start this idea, because I've had it for a long time, but never got around to actually doing it. So I do recommend checking him out as well, especially if you want to start your own channel. Yeah, let's heal up a little bit. So you make your logos, you put everything up. You're starting to learn how to schedule your videos, and you plan some in the morning, maybe you plan some in the afternoon. You think, okay, when can I answer comments, if there's anything, especially early on, any kind of comment from you guys. It's like a victory for me. because it does offer me a chance to actually interact with the community. It's to, you know, find people like myself who do enjoy these kinds of games, and I don't know, it's a pretty good experience to talk to the people who actually watch you. So you plan that out, you put it out there, and then you wait, and you look at the analytics. Probably for the first few videos I posted out, I think I looked every hour at how I was getting maybe another view, and I was waiting for a like, or all kinds, like almost to an obsessive point, I would say. Have we been here before? Let's quickly check the map. It doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, no, we actually have been here before. So we're going back to the right for a bit. I don't know what those pieces do, those robot pieces do, but we'll collect them since they're there. Maybe there's a score? Ah. Oh no, actually I think that is experience. If we look at the top right, see there's a red bar there? I think that's what this is. It's experience points. So yeah, I really, there's a real satisfaction in seeing that a video of yours is doing well and you want to see the channel grow. And then after just getting views, mostly what I've been looking at was the amount of time that you guys watch. So there's watch time, which is an important stat for YouTube, especially when you start monetizing the channel. The longer people watch your content, the better recommendations you get as far as commercials go, and you know, things like that. And you start thinking, okay, how can I improve that? Well, that is a very long discussion probably, because I am not there at that point yet. I am definitely growing in the amount of time that people actually watch my videos, and that is encouraging. And you're definitely getting, like, at the point where you are worried about watch times and things like that. You've definitely been through you've definitely gained some experience. Like, you don't look at that necessarily in the first week. Oh, so our life replenishes whenever we save the game. That is good to know. Let's see, do we save here? Oh no, that opened the door, I think. No, that didn't do anything. Oh, no, it actually did. Okay. Yeah, I'll concentrate on this and then get back to the topic. Whew. Ah, I thought I would have made it there. Whew, we made it. Yep, let's save and replenish. So at this point we've grown. When I listen to my first videos, I'm definitely speaking slightly better now than I did in my first few episodes. Okay, we found something. You found a bomb module. It has the ability to throw different kinds of bombs. Okay, cool. So, is this the circuit board? Yeah, bomb module. Okay, interesting. Awesome, you found a bomb, remote bomb. You can throw it and detonate it by pressing the bomb. Okay, so this... yeah, that didn't work. So that's how we blow up some of these doors. We have to check out the map or go back in a few places to see where such doors were present. I think now we have to... So if you hold the B button, you can actually increase the range at which you throw it. Right? Do we want to go up there first? I think we might actually, before we move on to the left side here. Let's break the door. Ah, it's just a chest, so let's take the money. So yeah, I was saying that I've improved a little bit as far as my voice goes and for how long I can talk before running out of fuel, but it really depends. Like you start to manage a little bit your resources, because there are days when I have the energy to record a whole bunch of videos. Like I could record for, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours, and definitely my voice gives in before anything else. The bigger problem, as far as I see, is on days when I do not have the energy, because I still have a day job, I still have other things and other priorities that I need to handle. So I can't just be doing this all day. I don't know if saying that it is easier for people who do this full time, it's probably not the right thing to say, because like any job that you would do for a bunch of hours, there are challenges. Like streaming for 8 hours, like some of Cold Carnage or a few other people like that, I can't imagine it yet. I mean, I can't imagine how I would feel after 8 hours of that. It's the same as a job. I've seen some streamers doing it easier, in the sense that they just play the game and they do not talk. But those streamers don't really have success. The bigger streamers definitely have interactions with... Looks like some kind of data cartridge with a strange symbol on it. I think that this is the same symbol as that? As one of those. Oh no, the one on top of us has a different... It has an L. And this at the end has a sort of G. The Russian G. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do with that. But then, so I was saying that the people who have more success are definitely the ones who have more interactions with their community. It's not the ones that just sit there and play the game. And it's normal. Like, I definitely enjoy streamers who talk. Otherwise, I could be playing... If it's just about the gameplay, I can play the game myself, right? In silence, if that was the idea. Do we want some legs here? Damage and speed? No, I don't think I want to spend the money just yet. Maybe we can find some better armors later on. But there are a few more doors that I see down there. Oh, well, let's just check this out, but I'm guessing no, it's not the correct one. Oh, for some reason it was the correct one. But they do look different, right? Or maybe the symbols don't have to match fully? Let's go back down to check the area that we've left unexplored. I don't know if we can open a door there, but we need to check it out. Ah. So yeah, as soon as you go over the basic steps, you make your first few videos and you put them out there. You think about tags and everything else, but that's a bit of a simple information. Like, you get used to it more and more. The science is all there. I mean, you don't have to overthink it too much. Okay. A new sword. So we can go for damage and armor or damage and overheat. Let's stay with the overheat one. So yeah, after a while you start to look more at improving the quality. Now, one of the big problems I've had with my videos is that in different parts of the game you wouldn't be able to hear me properly, right? Because there was the music on the background and I couldn't really balance it out. I tried a few things, but I couldn't really balance it out since I was recording both the music of the game and my voice on the same channel, on the same line, if you'd like. And is this... yeah, no, this is a different door, so we need to go even lower. Okay. So then what I started looking up on how I could best edit my voice in such a way, and this is actually a recent discovery. If you look at my videos, I don't know if there's like in the past maybe 4 days or so, you have the videos with a slightly better voice, like you can hear me a little bit better. Yeah, there we go, we found some feat with cooling speed and damage. And even in this game, like at this point I'm not worried because I'm recording, as I said, my voice on a different channel and the music on a different channel. So even though I don't have to worry right now about whether the music is too loud for you guys or not, because then I can just post-edit it in such a way that you won't have any kind of problems hearing me. But it is a learning process. Everything is a learning process. You try. To tell you the truth, if I have to say, the fact that you can't hear me is not really the biggest problem of my first few videos. The way I talk is a much bigger problem, right? The way I have those moments of silence or a brain freeze. That's why I think maybe in the beginning of the game or your YouTubing career, if you can call it such, you don't worry too much about it. Just focus on producing good quality content, or you know. Yeah, at this point I'm not really sure about everything I'm saying. As I was talking about earlier, like I can talk for a while, but without a break it's getting to be slightly difficult for me as well. Oh, I think I'm gonna contradict myself to what I was saying earlier. It is it might be important actually for you to work on this sound. One of the tests I did in my first few episodes is that I played myself in the background. It's very difficult to hear myself talk. I don't know. My voice in my head sounds very different than my voice in reality. But it is important to hear yourself speak in order to learn how to grow. Okay. So do not, even though you might not enjoy it, do give yourself, put your video in the background and listen to yourself. Because there are many moments. One of the things I've discovered by listening to myself is that I do not talk for people who just listen. For example, I do like to hear some YouTubers, but I'm not really watching their gameplay. Especially if I've watched their gameplay for a long time, right? Or I've played the game myself, I can understand what they are doing just by listening. And I'm more interested about how they think of a certain situation and what kind of tactics they put into practice, and if they do something that I wanna see, then I'll alt-tab it while I play a game or something, right? I just listen to them on the background. That's the basic idea of it. And one of the things I didn't realize that YouTubers do, cool, you've just got to the next level, go to the skill tree. So we have a skill now. Add some armors, add power or better cooling system. Let's add some armor to ourselves. Our next level, increase your oil tank's capacity. Okay, great. One of the things my favorite YouTubers do is that they can explain a game while they're talking about it in such a way that you understand what's going on without you looking. Things that I try to avoid, or I work on avoiding now, is me saying, and now I'm going to be clicking on this one. If you're watching, then you know what kind of decision I clicked. For example, in Crusader Kings 3, right? You have choices, and there's the choice to do, I don't know, go ahead and befriend this guy, or beat this guy, or just don't bother with it. Let's say you have these three choices, and each one of them has a different impact, and it says what impact it has. Yeah, I think we're done here. So you have all these choices, you have all this information that you can actually work with to better understand the game. And one of the things I used to do more often in the past, and I'm trying to work on now, is tell people, like, so we have the choices of not bothering, we have the choice of beating this guy up or befriend him, right? I am going to befriend him because, I don't know, we need the extra reputation, or we need support, or whatever. Like, that is something so small, but it has such a bigger impact than me saying, and we're gonna choose this one. Unless you are actually watching me play, saying that I am going to choose this one actually doesn't offer you any kind of information. And it forces whoever is watching to actually watch me. But if that is not what you're going for, because you wanna play a different game while watching me, then you definitely won't be satisfied with that quality of content. So these are small things that you can do, like that is one thing. Another one, maybe what I was saying about the sound can be reformulated into if you want to work on your sound quality, it's easier and quicker to do than if you decide to go than to train your voice or style, right? Because you need to get used to it. If technical skills, right, or abilities, or getting tips from other people about how to improve your sound quality is much easier to do than actually change your personality, for example, to be a talk show host, right? Okay, so a few things happened here. And then step by step, you take everything you've heard here into account. Like you put one and one together each day. You hear yourself talk, and you try to improve the quality of the video step by step. It's getting easier. I mean, if you enjoy it, if like what people said, and I know this is very cliche many times. But when people say that if you want to make money, do not start a YouTube channel. First of all, you can't monetize it until you reach, what was it? I think it's 1,000 subscribers, and something else opened there. Oh, I've opened the door at the bottom. You need 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 hours in total of watched content. Now, if you're making quality content, but you are not making anything new, because I'm doing let's plays of games that I loved, and I'm actually covering, like with the Thrones of Britannia. I've always wanted to see some of my favorite YouTubers play it. And most of them were really mad at the quality of it, so they never actually brought full let's plays or let's plays that I enjoyed watching. Because it wasn't as fun for me to hear them constantly complaining about it, right? So it's somehow, I wanted to get back into playing those games, and I was thinking that I'm sure there are people out there like me who do want to see these games and do want to see people play them. So that's where I started. With that idea, I started playing myself. And then I started actually enjoying it. I started enjoying... rats. Ooh, how far are we from? We are definitely very far. Well, let's try to get back to upstairs to the merchant and maybe save from there. Maybe that's the way to go. So yeah, I've started enjoying this, doing YouTube videos. It's really nice to have the interaction with the people, getting a few comments here and there, or receiving emails. That is really nice, and when you combine it with the information that YouTube offers you, like the analytics are amazing. It tells you so much about how much people watched your videos, when did they close the video, and like YouTube provides you with enough information that you can work with. And at first you will be obsessing over every point of the analytics, but after a while you start to relax. At least I did, and I'm sure everybody else does, because otherwise it's just very tiring too. Because when you have, I don't know, 20 views on a video or things like that, going too much into analytics doesn't really tell you much, right? It's just about some people's preferences, and you haven't made it to where the impact is truly amazing, right? People haven't really found your videos yet analytics in regards to it won't really help you make a huge difference in content, right? But as I said, if you're not creating anything unique and you're doing let's plays like everybody else, then monetizing, reaching a level where you can monetize your videos and make money out of YouTube is really difficult. And if I didn't really have a passion for the games that I'm playing and be excited to come and record the video just to put it out there for you guys to see it and for me to play it, then there are days when I have to go to work right after, or I've had a very full week, to where yeah, let's heal up. To where it's getting really tough to wake up and record. Can I do with a bomb? I threw it too far. And nope, a bomb does not work. Yeah, that was a risky move. So yeah, I say you can start, maybe you start with the idea that at some point you might want to make money out of YouTube. I don't say just don't think about making money on YouTube, because there are many ways you can monetize videos on YouTube. You can find different things that actually sell, right? It's like a business. If you think about it like a business, you will be able to find ways to make money. It's just that you'll have to be somehow enjoying the process or the idea of working on it. And if you don't have a great idea in mind, it might be pretty difficult to continue to record otherwise. So you can start with the idea, but then also add in the passion for what you are doing. It's definitely what's going to keep you waking up every day and wanting to do this. Okay, let's see, can we jump over him? Yep. I think so far we've done well, don't you think? Okay, ooh, we found a secret. And a different kind of breastplate. Oil capacity or oil capacity and damage. I think I like the damage, although the oil capacity is extra health, right? Yeah, I don't think the damage we receive at the moment is doing anything. Ah, there we have it. So yeah, that's a little bit of my view into YouTube at the moment. Like, definitely, like, I don't think I have to say this, but take it with a grain of salt. Like, I am totally a beginner. I have only 2 months in this, in YouTube, in making YouTube contents. I am not even close to being someone who can actually give you advice. I've learned it from someone else. As I said, I started with all the wonderful tips and ideas that Gamer Zach puts out there on his Patreon. I am very grateful to him, actually. Also, he contacted me at some point, because he does this with his Patreons at a certain level, and asked me, yeah, you know, if I wanna exchange a few words, because I wasn't interacting with him neither on Discord and a few other things. And I asked him a question about YouTube, and he was very nice and answered me what he thought about what I wanted to do. And so I am very grateful to him for providing us with that information. It's what it gave me the entire courage, because I was mostly worried about the knowledge I had on where to start and other things like that. And using the videos he put out there, it's what got me started. So yeah, as I said, I can't teach you a whole lot. I can just talk about what my experience has been so far. And even though it's tiring, even though there are days when I say, okay, well, I have to work. I have to do the work because I want to have videos for tomorrow for you guys. It's very fun. Like, try it out. Definitely try it out for yourself. You might have a very different experience than me. You might be maybe a student, or have some extra time on your hand, or you might be very good at a certain game. Just try it out. If you are someone who works, who has another job, if you're employed right at a different company, then I would say also try to do the math on how many hours does it take you to record the videos and put them out there. For me, at these points, leaving aside the editing and leaving aside the current situation with the special and the other free series I'm making, I am spending about another 7.5 hours making videos, which means that I have an extra day of work at the end of the week, right? It's 7.5 hours. That's about a day of work. So think about it realistically. I don't have any kids, so it's a lot easier to manage it like this. But if I had a family, if I had kids, then this would have been a whole lot tougher. Fortunately for me, my partner is very supporting of me. She's very supporting of me into trying this out, because she knows I love games, and she knows that I've had this idea to try YouTubing for a very long time. So I am very grateful that I have her support. If she was against it, that would have made life a bit more difficult to actually do this and spend another 7.5 hours per week just doing this, especially when it's not making money, right? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. I mostly wanted to just show off this game and have a quick chat with you guys. I'll tell you a little bit about my current experience on it. An hour has already passed, so I'm going to rest my voice for a bit, because it starts to run out. My brain starts to slow down as well, as you can hear it. And even now that I'm thinking about it in all this YouTube talk that I just did, this rant, there are a whole lot of ideas that come to mind that I forgot to tell you guys about. Hey, I am going to be better in the future. I am going to learn to speak even better, I'm working hard on becoming a better content creator, and I wanna do my best to show off to you how amazing some of these games are. And like, for example, this Feudal Alloy game, unfortunately it's not that well known. It's a simple game. I don't know what to expect too much of it, but I've enjoyed it quite a bit, and even today it was quite fun to actually play it and talk to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it tomorrow as well, so stay tuned, right? Check it in tomorrow, and if you do enjoy what you see, if you do enjoy the game, go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and support the creators so that they may do games like this in the future, or even better games. I do like to support creativity, and this is definitely has a unique feel about it. Well, that's about it for today. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday going on, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, everyone.